Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David, answering user questions here. Karen Hill writes, supposedly Jared Kushner requested more intel briefs and documents than Donald Trump did while in the White House. She wanted to know, does Jared possess any of these documents? Does he remember more of the national security information because he has a better memory than Donald Trump and therefore was able to share what he knew verbally? If so, wouldn't that make him a security risk? He no longer has Secret Service protection to basically monitor him and keep him from being kidnapped or whatnot. So I think those are reasonable questions. I would say certainly he had better retention and understanding of what it was. And I'm sure he verbally communicated that to MBS, his buddy over in Saudi Arabia. And he was rewarded with a $2 billion investment fund that he's now like an investment manager for, even though he has no experience. Yeah. You know, just as he might charge, as a information, maybe he charges like a 5% fee on this investment or something like that. What's 5% of $2 billion? 10% is $200 million. 1% is $20 million. So even if you only charge 1% managing fee on it, that's $20 million a year that Jared gets. That's a lot of money, folks. That's like winning the lottery every year that he manages this fund for the rest of your life. Okay. Jared, do you have any of these documents? Do you have any classified documents that you have not returned? Let's ask him, what's Jared's overall energy with this, these stolen documents and in relation with U.S. secrets and sharing of U.S. secrets? For entertainment purposes only, of course. Where's Jared with sharing of secrets? Well, we have the Queen of Pentacles, somebody who finds the value in everything that they have. Everything has a purpose and a value to it. Crossed with, I knew that card was coming up. I had seen it on the bottom of the deck when I was doing the overhand shuffles. And yep, there it is. And I was thinking that would be a great card for this reading. And there it is. Okay, so asking if he had documents. He certainly has kept some things of value, whether it's documents, contemporaneous notes on documents, kind of like what Marjorie Taylor Greene with when reading something in the skiff and immediately taking notes on it, or verbally communicating information from that. He kept a lot of value from the information that he had, and that value was shared with people he shouldn't have been sharing it with, probably with Trump's permission. Here, share this with the Saudis and we'll split the difference. And again, Jared and Ivanka had security clearances, and they weren't supposed to have clearances at all because they didn't qualify, and Trump insisted that they get security clearance. So he absolutely had a lot to do with this. In the past, we have the Three of Wands. This is the card of looking abroad. So yeah, whatever he was doing with this valuable information and his agreements, it involved overseas. Think Saudi Arabia was something like that. Current situation is the Queen of Swords. I think now it's with those secrets, it's kind of the... it's not even so much getting the full value out of them anymore. It's the strategic nature of it. Now that I've got these secrets, it's kind of it's a double-edged sword. It puts him more at risk with the government, especially with things going on with his father-in-law. So he has to be kind of judicious with how he takes advantage of the value of that, because there are consequences now. For the longest time, there were no consequences for this coin in your lap. Now there's consequences. Overarching energy is the King of Wands. This is like Merrick Garland type of energy. So you've got like Merrick Garland overseeing the whole project here, and understanding that there's a lot of national security issues going on with the Trump and the people who make agreements with Trump, and now he's watching, which is why Jared has to be really, really careful about these secrets that he's holding on to, because there's now a double-edged sword, where before it was just a single-edged sword, because the king is watching. The lesson to be learned is this is a game you play to win, because if you don't win, you lose. And when you lose big. You're not playing with the little boy. You're playing with the big boys now in this one. So, yeah, when you're playing with national defense secrets, you're playing for all the marbles on this one. Outcome, 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords. A lot of transition, a lot of change going on with Jared. Was he holding on to secrets? Yeah, I believe he was. Documents, extremely likely he was holding on to that. And he had agreements and arrangements made with that to share that information. He was sharing it abroad. He has to be careful sharing it now because people are watching. And if you get caught, you're done. You're absolutely done. And life is tumultuous right now because you don't know who to trust. You don't know how much they know. And are they coming for you? And underneath it all is a huge, huge burden for him. My guess is yes, he kept some documents. I don't know. I don't know the methods with which he would have done this. If it was, again, memory notes, keeping actual physical documents. But I would not be surprised for a second to find out that he's been sharing secrets. Not at all. And I know that, and again, there's a lot of speculation that he was tied into the Khashoggi murder and shared that information with MBS, which led to that reporter's death. Okay, so that was a two-part question. It was, does Jared remember more national security info than 45? There's been shared verbally. Does it make him a security risk? Yeah. Okay, so my guess is, yeah, he had documents. Yeah, he remembers more than national security. Yes, he's been selling it. Will he be arrested will he be arrested and charged for any crimes involving national security documents, whether it's Khashoggi's murder or other secrets that he shared? Will he be arrested or held to account for that? I think that's worth a 4-carder. Yeah. Plans are being made. Plans are being made. This card came up when I was throwing the Judge Eileen Cannon. There's your Justice card. Oh dear, somebody's making some offers. Justice, okay. So, what do we got? Is he going to be held accountable for this? There's movement already happening on this front. Whether they've contacted Jared or not, I don't know. They probably have. It might be, interviews or poking around the people underneath. But I would imagine as fallout from the Donald Trump thing, they're now looking and interviewing people that would be related to Jared and looking for connections there. And, what I think Jared is finding out is information's coming into him about what's going on, and he's not liking what he's hearing because it's involving justice. Now, justice is moving slowly. They're moving very methodically. Again, when you when you're going for the big fish, you go around and find the insignificant fish first, and then you start, you make a net around it, then you start working your way up. So I think the Justice Department is moving on it. They're not moving very quickly right now. They're gathering information. They're gathering the things of value and evaluating what they're going to do. And Jared's probably, some of this information is getting back to Jared. Underneath all the Page of Cups, they're looking at Jared. They're looking at him in a different light. He's not just, some senior advisor to the White House. He's, potentially somebody who was sharing state secrets with foreign actors. Okay. So, do I think he's going to be held to account? Yeah. It's not going to be. It's not going to be soon. But I think there's movement going on that one. So hopefully that puts your mind a little bit at ease that he's probably not going to get away with this one. And again, I certainly think that he's going to be held accountable for the Khashoggi murder. Just, when is that going to happen? I really don't know. And the cards aren't showing either, other than saying, it's still kind of in the planning stages. So there you have it. Thank you very much, Karen, for your question. Hope you found it insightful. Thank you, everyone, for watching this and supporting my channel and doing all the things that you do to help my channel get out there and reach other viewers. The channel itself has been growing, and I really do appreciate it, and it couldn't do it without you. So thank you very much. Have a great night, and I'll catch you on the next reading. Bye-bye.